Hello, good neighbors. I'm glad you guys came. Today I would like to share some information with you about a book I mentioned before, Fruit from a Poisonous Tree. Um, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the Badwolf. Of course, break character a little bit here. Um, yeah, this particular book I mentioned in another video. I got to a passage called Remedy of Natural Right and Protections. Well, that sounded like something I wanted to share and wanted you guys to learn. Now, some of you guys have already went out there and downloaded the ebook version of this. Some of you guys are on Amazon already buying it. I don't get paid from these people, but if Melvin Stamper wants to, that would be great. Anyway, so it says in this particular passage, when societies, which are small local communities, are not allowed to govern themselves. What do we always talk about? Self-governing. Some of y'all can't. Most of y'all can. That's why you guys make it worthwhile. Okay, they can't self-govern through their own customs under the rule of natural law. They become prone to social breakdown. Many would agree that American society has been a total breakdown. This is largely due to combining the combining of the states or nations act to act as one under the dictatorial control of the Fed GOV. Now, okay, so it goes on essentially to say that if we don't repair the degradation, the degeneration of the police power of the states, okay, which has to be negated, okay. Now, before I go on, a lot of people talk about defunding the police. Okay, first of all, this channel, we're not combatants. We're not against the GOV. We're not against Fed. We're not against, the police by any means at all. It's obviously the bad ones in there that we're talking about, because thank the Lord for the good ones in there that are doing what they're supposed to do. But anywhere there's people, there's bound to be some rotten apples. So when people talk about defunding the police, it's not about shutting them down or stopping them and just having no police. We're not going back to the Wild Wild West. It's about if there are programs that they are benefiting from and not doing their service, they don't deserve to have that money. For instance, in one particular city, there was they paid them like $300,000-$400,000 a year out of taxpayers' money to the police department to have special needs police officers. So if somebody with special needs, disabled, mentally, whatever, these people were supposed to be trained to go out there and help these people with a kid glove or with kid gloves. Gently. And so, like, they end up shooting this special needs person. Like, you're being paid to do this, and you end up shooting him. Like, and don't get me wrong. Obviously, if he was had a weapon or something, but the guy had no weapon, they felt threatened. How can you feel threatened when you have a taser, pepper spray, a 9mm Beretta, chest, bulletproof vest on? You have police, semi-military training or military experience in the back, psychology. I mean, you come on now. But anyway, especially when it was two, it wasn't just even one officer, But anyway, so that's what most of them are saying is like, hey, if you're not going to do your job right, we're going to stop financing you. We're not going to just dump money into it if you're not going to do the right thing. And remember, people, they're all federal, so that's out of Washington, D.C., which is foreign in relation to the United States of America. So we are foreign to them, they are foreign to us. It's no different than us having a base in Australia, and then all of a sudden we start kind of taking over their country from that base. That's essentially what they did. But remember, we're non-combatants, non-belligerent, non-argumentative, treaty with the United States, peaceful nation. We're just educational information only. So it goes on to say that as the real intent of the 14th Amendment took well over a century to accomplish, we can find that Congress passed law codified in Section 8 or Title 8 of Section U.S. Code 1401 that made America one nationality. And it says this: the following shall be nationals and citizens of the United States at birth, a person born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, such is the language of the 14th Amendment. Okay, so fortunately, as this politically imposed nationality is a fraud, a remedy is provided pursuant to international law under Title 8 of the U.S. Code 1481. The de facto federal nationality can be legally terminated. Okay? This returns one to his or her original status under the principles of the original constitutional system. Then, under the de jure constitutional premise, interference by the United States is protected by the Ninth and 10th Amendments in the Bill of Rights of the Federal Constitution, such as exemplified in the following legal definition found in Black Law's Dictionary, the 6th edition. Okay? So, constitutional liberty or freedom, such freedom is as enjoyable by the citizens of the country or a state under the protections of its constitution. Okay? The aggregate of personal, civil, and political rights of the individual which are guaranteed by the Constitution and secured against invasion by the government or any of its agencies. So basically, your constitutional rights is guaranteed. Is a guaranteed right to the citizens of the United States Constitution and the state constitutions, because there's multiple constitutions, and so guaranteed to prevent interference from the legislative branch. Okay. Once one corrects his status, he is no longer under the jurisdiction of the police power of the federal GOV and the state GOVs. Okay, there's multiple levels of control going on here, guys. Hence, you are then considered an alien as to the de facto political system, body, nation, politic. Okay. Moreover, one is an alien in every state wherein he is not a national. So, in you creating your own state, your own nation, and having your own constitution, and then especially if you do like a lot of people, and I'm going to put up a page where all the people who've joined, we've all joined together, our individual nations. I'm going to put that list up on the website, so that people can see, whatever, at some point in time. That people are creating their own nations and recognizing each other, so that's the thing. So if people want to, you can. If not, do your own thing, and follow the videos I made on how to create your own nation, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, let's get back to it. So this plays an important role in reference to the U.S. Code, in reference to protections and remedies. Okay, so accordingly, no one is no longer in breach of allegiance to his state government when his status is corrected. So this is huge. This is why we've been talking about and pushing this. So once again, you can do this on your own. You can join other people's groups or nations or whatever. But I challenge you to learn to do it yourself. But if you aren't built that way, then by all means, get it. You know what I mean? So, moving on. Okay, ready? All right. Okay, so such unlawful actions are called actions and done under color of law. The term color of law is another way of saying private law or law created under the police powers, okay, of the state, of that state's legislature. And essentially, it is not common law, which is where Americans and nationals of America exist. That's our laws, okay? And this is under the 14th Amendment system. The de jure nationals, a ward in a sense, if you will, are so protected from such state actions by the federal government. Okay? And then it goes on, Title 18, U.S. Code 242, deprivation of rights under color of law is criminal. Okay? So if they try to ignore you, now it doesn't mean you have a silver bullet and you can just get away with anything, by no means. Because remember, you're still under the Constitution, you're still under Supreme Court, you're still under common law, you can be judged by your peers. Any immediate damage to a person, place, or anything U.S., even your fellow national, you've been pulled into their jurisdiction, and you have to answer. Okay. I made some other videos on all the rest of it I was going to say, but save it for another time. So that's it, guys. Just another hot video, dropping some of that fire, and hopefully you guys appreciate it, use it, and once again, guys, I do appreciate you guys, supporting the channel. Keep in mind, I do not get involved in cases. I can't get you guys off. I can't, like, I provide the tools. What you guys do with them is up to you. But I will say this: the tools that I do provide have been very beneficial in many areas, but you have to put it together. I take no responsibility. I'm handing you the gun in pieces. I'm not selling the bullets. You have to do all that yourself. Put it together and go get your ammo and do what you do. But be responsible, okay? That's all I got to say. So, for the rest of you guys out there, make sure that if you need anything, to just give me a holler. But research the videos first before, hitting me up, okay? Talk to you guys later. Appreciate you. Later.